Right after the devastating loss of Angel's Venture, the bugs also start attacking out of the for months dormant laying Gloom. The so-called predator strain mutates hunters into stalker-like creatures which can turn invisible and puke bile. It also leads to rapid growth of the typical hunter, which means that he will face way more stalkers on the battlefield. And that not just in the proximity of a stalker lair. Everywhere in the operation area are now so-called predator stalkers, which are indeed different from the typical stalker in that they do not attack with their tongue. But their overwhelming numbers will still ask of you that you are equipped with the best possible gear the Ministry of Science has to offer. In this video I will show you a well-working team loadout / composition that will make the fight against the predator strain more handleable. Important to note is that you need a full team to actually use all of the tips in this video. So let's dive into the loadouts. Every diver has their own role in the team. Crowd control, anti-tank, team support and the anchor of the team. The gameplay in the back shows the role of the anchor. The anchor will stand in the middle of the team in overwhelming situations. The weapon of the anchor is the SMG-72 pummeler, the grenade pistol as a secondary, gas grenades so you can defuse the focus of the enemies, and the SR-24 Street Scout armor for more ammunition and quicker reload speeds. The stratagems the anchor uses are the orbital Gatling barrage, the 500 kg bomb, the shield backpack and the arc thrower. The shield backpack is important because you want to be able to stand in front of your team and be the first contact with the enemies. So the crowd controller and the support are able to pick off the enemies, which the anchor stuns. The anti-tanker will use the SG-8S slugger, the grenade pistol and the thermite grenades. I also recommend the SR-24 Street Scout armor for the anti-tank. In fact, I recommend this armor for all the roles. The stratagems for the anti-tanker are the Eagle strafing run, the 500 kg bomb, the orbital gas strike and the recoilless rifle. The main concern for the anti-tanker to deal with are impalers and titans, since the anchor cannot stun them to slow them down. Chargers are also easily dealt with if you use thermite grenades. The team supporter uses the crossbow, the verdict, thermite grenades and also the SR-24 Street Scout armor. The stratagems are the orbital Gatling barrage, the 500 kg, the supply pack and the stalwart. The main concern of the supporter is to keep the ammunition of the anti-tanker at an operational level and help the team to kill smaller outliers that might flank the team. He also uses his crossbow to close bug holes which are further away. The crowd controller uses the SG-20 halt, the verdict, the thermal grenades and also the SR-24 Street Scout armor. The stratagems are the orbital Gatling barrage, the 500 kg, the supply pack and the grenade launcher. The main concern of the crowd controller is the suppression of bug breaches and killing the enemies which are not yet stunned by the anchor. He's also the best at closing bug holes which are close by. These were the loadouts for the team, but the team play is also important, so I will show you some clips of my team at work, on which you can orient your own team harmony. Right at the beginning I start landing on one of those spore spears, so one of the objectives is already completed. But this was actually not such a good idea. So many enemies around there, especially with the new predator strain Stalkers. We always try to stay together in a team so we don't get overrun.
Requesting tac pack! Requesting advanced weaponry!
As soon as we saw the bug breach, we threw our stratagems to suppress how many enemies are spawning. I am standing here in the middle as the anchor of the team to suppress all the enemies that might survive. As a rule of thumb, I recommend pinging all of the stronger enemies, so that the anti-tanker always can easily identify their targets. As the anchor, you should always stay in front of your team, so you can slow down the onslaught of enemies.
Get some! How'd you like the taste of freedom?
After completing one secondary and one main objective, we went on to the next area. This is another good clip to show how important it is that the anchor stays in front and the rest of the team stands behind or next to him. We of course also use some of our stratagems to suppress the mass of enemies coming towards us.
Heavy, northwest, on my position. Get some! Get some! Heavy, west, close.
This clip shows perfectly how effective the pummeler can be at stopping stalkers that are right in front of you. So every time a stalker is right next to you or right in front of you, swap over to the pummeler instead of the arc thrower.
Throwing supply beacon.
As soon as it is harder to judge the situation in front of us, everyone falls back to the anchor, so we can fight at full force.
Heavy, northwest, close. Reporting to the front. Say hello to democracy! Marking location, heavy, west, close.
Always keep in mind, the arc thrower is one of the weapons that is quite team kill heavy. So if you actually kill one of your teammates, try to revive them instantly.
Like the taste of freedom! Northwest. Close.
Those kind of bug nests are perfect for the supporter. The supporter uses his crossbow to close all of the bug holes without even going inside the bug nest. This way you will be able to close those kind of bug nests in no time.
Heavy, southwest. Reloading.
Outpost cleared.
Get some! Get some!
At this spot I did not know how many enemies are right around that corner there. So I decided to throw one of my gas grenades to break the focus of the enemies that might be around the corner. But it turns out there was no enemies around the corner anymore.
Orbital inbound.
Remember, as the anchor of the team, you want to be first in pretty much every situation. Standing in front of your teammates will help them have more time to think and handle the situation well.
Reloading. Never mind.
As soon as you see any kind of bug breach as the anchor, you should stand in front of all of your teammates and keep the enemies at bay.
Heavy, southeast, on my position.
Heavy, south. 50 meters. Heavy, south. 50 meters. Get some! Get some! Heavy, southeast. Close. For prosperity! Reinforcing.
Definitely one of the hardest parts about the Predator strain will be mega nests. Mega nests are really hard to deal with when you also have to deal with stalkers while closing all the holes.
Heavy.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Requesting air support. Heavy, southeast. Heavy. Requesting air support. Back heavy. Requesting
In situations where your team gets split up, you should always try to regroup, so your team works at full strength at all times.
Sending in an eagle.
Heavy, north, close. Requesting air support.
Reloading. Calling in reinforcements. Foothold, northwest, close.
Requesting tac pack.
Heavy, on my position. You will never destroy our way of life.
Tagging map, southwest, far. You proceed to extraction when ready.
Last reload. Get some! Get some! Bug tunnel breach! Heavy, north, on my position. Reloading! Heavy, south, close.
Orbital inbound.
Have a taste of democracy! Heavy, south, close.
At the extraction, me and my team got overwhelmed. In addition to that, one of our teammates actually had a disconnect from the game. But we were still able to defend the position and hold until the teammate could rejoin.
Heavy, north.
Allied destroyer making squadron. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Bug tunnel breach! Heavy, west, close. Reloading! Bugs, southwest. Heavy, northwest, close.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Get some! Get some! Tagging location, never mind. Heavy, northwest, 50 meters.
Falcon 1 approaching pickup.
Reloading! You will never destroy our way of life!
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldivers to combat zone.
Northwest.
After that, we just extracted and were actually surprised how well the team combination worked.
Complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Another victory for the right side of history.
I hope this video could help you overcoming the new challenge on the battlefield. Subscribe for more tips, guides and loadouts like this one, and I see you next time.